What's up, Gweet? What's up, fat boy? You like this time slip? What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys, like, the number one question I got asked was, how do you race your 10-speed? You know, these cars come with so many different modes: drag strip mode, track mode, sport plus mode. And everyone wanted to know, was I in drive or sport when the car was shifting, and what mode was I actually in? So Apollo actually put down a very respectable time, and a lot of people tuned in that video that I guess normally never watch the video. So as you guys can see, Cobra Jet, this is all custom intake pipe, Whipple race filter, VMP mono blade, and the ported Cobra Jet. Stock heads, stock cams, stock everything. The motor has never been opened up. Everything has been bolted on. Engine 7th, 8 headers, and then of course Extreme catback, and it does have the high flow green cats on the car. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna put a card at the end, so make sure you guys go watch the racing video. But Apollo did 11.1 at 129.79 miles an hour. I really wanted to cross that 130 mile an hour mark so bad. And, you know, I was like, after I got home, I put the car all back together, put the 20s back on, and put the BC Forge wheels back on. And I was like, let's go take the car. I'm going to rip some back roads. I got some nice back roads near me. Took the car, put it back on the 20s, took it, absolutely shredded the back roads, had a blast on Saturday. And I was like, you know what? This car is just so perfect to me because I can take it drag racing, run a very respectable NA time for a car that is just bolt-ons. Car runs great on pump E85, and then put the 20s back on, have some fun on the back roads. Wheel gap is a little big, but I do like a little bit of a gap just in case, you know, the roads around here are not the best. So now we're going back to the drag strip mode, putting the bead locks, putting everything back on, and we do have a little more things to do. I'm going to try to take a few more things off the car. There's some stuff in the back I think I can take out. Just maybe take another 20-30 pounds off. And there's, I'm going to take my jacking rails also off the car. Just little things. I'm going to see what I can actually get off the car just to get it there. Like, I'm going to show you guys, the car isn't fully stripped, but I can say full door panels, Juicy Fruit gum on standby, one Recaro seat, always. GT 350 black Recaros, absolutely love these. And then you can see passenger seat is out. And then I still have my rear seat to lead in, and then the bar at the top for my wheels that I had the custom mount made for. Other than that, car is practically full weight because a lot of people were asking that too. How crazy did I go with weight reduction? And then in the back, obviously, carbon trunk. And then I just have the brackets here for the sub. The sub doesn't come with all the Mustangs. And then obviously I just had all the stuff back here, extra GoPro mount, towels, some rags, bungee cord, and then this is my helmet. Keep that in the car always. But yeah, everything else is practically full. I mean, I really didn't gut this car. Still got full exhaust. A lot of fast NA guys, they cut the diffuser, they take the exhaust off, do turn downs. There's a lot of stuff left I can do. So there's a lot of left in the tank. I haven't even done the crash bars for the rear or the front. So there's a lot of weight, or even the K member. Like, there's so much weight I could shave, even down to the brakes. Like, I was just watching, I could change to TBMS brakes, or TBS, or one of them TBS, I forget the exact name of it, or Bear Brakes also is another company. That's like 25 pounds of rotating mass, which is absolutely huge for these cars, which would save me in the long run. But you guys know we're about to do a thermostat right now. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I just got the Mishimoto one. Came in from American Muscle. We're going to put this on right now, head back to the track, and then after I finish that up, show you guys a little bit, button it up, I'm going to show you guys how I race this car the right way. All right, we got Apollo ripped apart. Ripped a little bit of coolant out of it. Took it. I've been draining it out with that pump. Got the coolant in the bucket. Moved my intake box because we need to get to this right here. This is where the thermostat is located. And if you guys watch, we did actually like a full video how to do the thermostat. I'll actually put that at the end of this video. So if you guys want to watch both those, racing video with Apollo and the thermostat, because you guys could do these for your Mustangs too. It's a very simple job. Looks like a lot, but I'm telling you guys, it's not at all. It's not really. It's very easy. My mechanical skills are little to none. And I feel like I'm actually getting better at a lot of stuff. But yeah, this is super easy. 2 bolts, one at the top, one at the bottom. Get all the coolant out, drain it, and then you could swap the thermostat. Super easy. But I was having a small coolant leak over here under one of the fittings on the Mishimoto coolant tank. So I'm going to redo that, add some Teflon in there, snug it back in there, and it should be good to go. I just had to drain majority of the coolant, get everything out. Then we'll be doing some more stuff to it and putting the bead locks and stuff back on. But yeah, looking over Apollo, everything looks pretty good. Super happy with this car, guys. Love it. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, if you haven't already, but let's keep it going. Let's push this car to the absolute limit. I'm gonna show you guys how tough this Coyote is. Guys, we got the coolant all drained. Thermostat is out right now. Letting it drip out a little bit, and I'm cleaning some stuff up before I put everything back together. But yeah, it was pretty easy. I found out today that there's actually a drain plug over on yonder. Right along here, there's a little white drain plug. Never even noticed it before because I think we didn't take the belly pan off, so I wasn't able to see it the previous time when me and Colin did it. But I found that, drained it out. Once I tell Colin that, he's going to be pretty pissed. But yeah, things are going pretty good. I think I'm going to do all new coolant because there was like some chunks and stuff, like dirt, I guess, from over time in there. You could see a little bit at the bottom. Yeah, a little black speck right there. Looked like some dirt. But yeah, all new coolant's going in, putting everything back together. New thermostat. You can see that's the old one on the ground, and then we got the new one, 160 degree right here with a new plastic ring. So yeah, ready to rock. All right, me and the boys. Meatball number 1, Guido number 2. Picking this up the next day. We got Apollo all squared away for the most part. Fingers crossed, boys. So we did the thermostat like you saw. Coolant tank is on, and we are actually back to the stock coolant tank because when the Mishimoto one took absolute shit, you guys know on the side, it had that little tube thing that showed the levels of the coolant, and the bottom little fitting was leaking profusely. I took it apart, Teflon taped it, put it all back in, and it was still leaking. So I don't know. Trash that. I've actually had a nightmare. I was supposed to post this video Thursday or Friday. Everything got so delayed. I did the thermostat, did this, and then I was trying to film everything. I wanted to show you guys actually how I launched this car, how I was able to get the 11.1 at 129, almost 130 miles an hour. And I was doing a couple extra things. The car's going to go to the shop this week so they can adjust the fans, keep the car cooler. So when we're at the line, all the temps are much cooler than everyone else's. And we should be making some actual good power off the line. So it hits a little bit harder off that 60 foot. And we should be able to get that 1.6. And after that, after I get the pass that we want, like I said, going to put the converter and axles full 9, then we're going straight race car. All right, so let me show you how we go through the modes right here. We take Apollo straight to drag strip. You can see everything will change. Boom. That's like that. Shut the door. Just make sure it doesn't throw anything. And then after it's in drag strip mode, you got everything set up. Put your foot on the brake. That's how I do it. Hold traction control. And you'll see advance will come up, advance tracks off. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. Then obviously put the e-brake down, and when I do the burnout, I put it all the way in sport mode. So you're going to listen to what I say on sport mode. You put it in sport mode, you come all the way back here. Make sure you double tap your paddle shifter. So it's going to look like this. Let me show y'all. We're in the garage. I'm not going to do everything to the fullest, but you're going to see how it's going to come up with the gear select. So when you're coming up to the burnout box, press that. Press the down paddle shifter. It's going to flash like that. So now you're locked in first gear. Put your foot obviously on the brake and just give it more than half throttle, 3/4 throttle, because sometimes the traction control systems in this car like to play games and they don't want to snap it right away. So give it more than 3/4 throttle. It'll start lighting up the tires good. Keep it in first gear. I usually keep it from 6,000 all the way up to red line. Just keep it going back and forth, and I'll put it into the clip of how I was doing my burnout, and you guys can even see my leg moving. All right, and after the burnout's complete, I always cut this part out of the video, but I roll through the line after I do the burnout, let it drag out, and then obviously you would go to reverse. The car backs all the way up. I back it up. They get the car situated. I'm lined up straight. And you guys are wondering, what do I put the gear selector in? Drive or sport? You're going to want to use sport because the line pressure is much higher in sport. And it'll actually, when you're hitting it, when you're flooring it, it's going to, when it shifts, it's going to launch the car just a little bit forward. It's going to jump. And that's what Apollo does every time. And I've heard other 10-speed guys say the same exact thing. So that's exactly how I run through it. And when you're in drag strip mode, in case you didn't know this, it will only go to 7th gear because 7th gear is the 1-to-1 with these cars. And like if you make stupid amount of boost, you really don't want to take like rev out a car with these gears in it, 355s all the way to 7th gear. That's how you're gonna grenade your 10 speed. So I think when I finish the quarter, I think I'm like in, I want to say 4th or 5th gear. I mean, it's somewhere up there. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll throw in the drag strip clip that I got off the GoPro that was mounted on my side window. So yeah, that is exactly how I do it. So the rear suspension, it is magnetic ride. So it's gonna give as much give as possible. Put a little pressure on the rear, show you guys how flimsy it is because it softens the dampeners up as much as it can. So you can see the magnetic ride, it's on, everything's working obviously, but the back of the car becomes so soft. I mean, it's hard to tell in video, but I can straight up push it and the car's just got a little bit of sway to it. Almost like you're adjusting like Vikings, for instance. You click it up, click it down. It's like once I put it in dragster mode, it softens up the whole rear. So when the car launches, it'll squat and just get out of the hole as good as it possibly can. What's up, Gweet? What's up, fat boy? This is my boy, guys. Guido loves being on camera. So everything looks good. Coolant is full. We might head out to Mexico tonight. Haven't decided yet. And trying to just look over the car, make sure everything's good, make sure the coolant temps are good, thermostat's good. Can put the intake and everything back on, and I think everything should be ready to rock. I might be taking Apollo back to white. Let me know. Drop a comment right now, because if we go back to white, we're unwrapping the whole car. I might even unwrap the roof, and I kind of want to do some custom stuff with another hood. Stock hood, another stock hood, but I want to add my own custom venting, like I told you guys before. Some stuff here, some stuff there. I want to change it up. I want to change up the appearance a really good bit, and I was thinking about changing also the front bumper. I like the other one that 777 has with the fog lights that go here, like the pods. I do like that a lot. That gives like the old style NASCAR look. But drop a comment, let me know, guys. That is how I race my 10-speed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I mean, do a thermostat too, the Mishimoto one. So far it seems to be working good. Car sounds good. And let me know what you guys think. I was thinking about selling the Corsa. If I sell the Corsa, I'm doing turn downs at the bottom, completely underneath the car, and then we'll be cutting the rear diffuser completely out, less drag on the car, and I'll probably be making something a little custom just for it, less drag and more airflow. And eventually, once we do twin turbos and stuff like that, way down the road, once I get my NA goal, then we'll make Apollo a full-blown race car around that point. All right, guys, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. Make sure you head to the link in the description. Go grab some merch. Go check it out. And the Shelby should be back in maybe another 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Shelby should be back. So maybe not next week. The following Shelby content will be out. And then after the Shelby's complete, we will be headed to Mexico. So thank you guys so much for running up in today's video. Guido, we'll catch him in the next one. Peace, boys. Deuces.
Everybody waiting for the come up. I ain't sharing one thing. Yeah. I'ma keep on working till the sun up. Till I get my rollie and my chain. Yeah. Down in my life when I dropped out of class and fuck you to college, they scamming your ass and you don't even know what the fuck you there for. Government made you the puppet, you know. Ain't nobody gonna tell you, but the only ones to stay on woke. Yeah. Please wear your mask, that go save you. Stupid motherfucker, that's a joke. Yeah. Once he starts calling, the calling won't stop till my Lord Jesus Christ. We ain't praying enough.